Hey, social media world, Nina Motivates here. So excited to be here. And I am here to talk to you all briefly about some things that I have going on coming down the pipeline and so many other things, y'all. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for watching me, whether you're watching me live or via the replay. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in to me. And I want to tell you some things that I have going on. So, for those of you who do not know, I am Nina Motivates, and I am known as the extreme entrepreneur because I do a lot of stuff, y'all. But I'm not here to talk about every single thing that I do. I am here to specifically talk about my up and coming things that I have available for our youth. So, for those who know me, you all know I have years and years and years of experience working with youth. I actually started working with youth at around the age of 12, if not younger. I want to say I was about 12 years old. I became a Pee Wee cheerleading coach. So I was in elementary school. And I wasn't interested necessarily in joining the varsity cheerleading team. I didn't try. I didn't try, but I did enjoy cheerleading and I did enjoy watching it. And so I became one of the Pee Wee coaches. And so I was really, really excited. I was in about fifth or sixth grade when I started. I think sixth grade when I started. And so that was my first interaction with working with children. And so I did that for a number of years. When I went to high school, I came back and helped out with the varsity cheerleading team. I used to do for the summer, I would watch children like in the summer. I would have parents drop their kids off to me if they needed somewhere for their kids to go. And this when I was when it's still in elementary school, I think like eighth grade, is when I started doing stuff like that. So I've always had a passion and a desire to work with children and work with youth. Then I went to school, and of course, hey Stevie, I went to school and I got my degree in human development and family studies. Even in college, I was working in daycares and working at the youth center, the Boys and Girls Club, and different places. And then I got my master's in social work at Loyola. Thank you for sharing this out. I got my master's in social work at Loyola University. And so with a focus on child and family studies, right? And so throughout my years, I have always worked with children, worked with teens, worked with youth. I have my own mentoring program. I'm a youth pastor. I travel the world speaking at different youth conferences and youth events and so many different things. And I'm a homeschool teacher and a mentor and all these other things. And so God has definitely put some things in me, some desires in me to help our youth. And so as a child, I was bullied. I was picked on. My self-esteem was low. I had some issues and things that I dealt with. Certified. Come on now, right? I had some things that I dealt with that I had to find ways to overcome. I will not be the person I am today if certain people didn't encourage me and motivate me. If certain people didn't say certain key things that really stuck with me. If, hey, Brandon, if certain things did not happen in my life and change in my life, right? I would not be before you today. For those who don't know, who was like, I've never seen this girl before, somebody shared it out and I'm just watching it. I have a visible physical difference, right? So I was born with what's called club hands. So this is my left hand. 4 fingers, no thumb. This is really my index finger, pointer finger, whatever you want to call it. But I use it as a thumb. Limited movement in my left hand, full movement in my right hand. Still do anything needed, wanted, and desired. I drive a regular car. I travel, speak, do all that stuff, right? Even though speaking ain't got nothing to do with my hands. I write books. I type on the computer. I type on the phone. I do all that stuff, okay? And so it's important to me to put that same tenacity, that same strength, that same energy into another child, into a teen, into someone who's maybe being bullied, or to someone who is feeling less than, to someone who feels like they don't know their identity. There's so many kids out here who feel lost. There's so many children out here. There's so many teens out here who contemplate suicide. And guess what? There are some, sadly, who go through with the process, who actually kill themselves because they don't want to be bullied or they don't value themselves. I truly appreciate you, Brandon, and I thank you so much for that comment. There's so many people who feel less than because nobody is there. And yes, sometimes you have family members, mother, father, sister, brother, grandmother, somebody who is encouraging you and saying yes, 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 yes. But it's something about sometimes having an outside source who is putting things into you, who you can look at and say, okay, you've been through some things, and I can see that you've been through some things and you've overcome them, and you're still standing, and you're still going on, and you're still thriving. I love you too, brother. And those things help people, kids especially, say, okay, I can do more. I remember one of my nephews, I remember motivating him and talking to him and saying, you can do anything, baby, you're going to be great, and things like that. And one day he saw me driving. He said, I really can do anything I want to do. You're driving a car. And I never thought that that amazed him, but for him it did, because he saw something different. And just the other day, okay, so Saturday was my goddaughter's birthday party, right? And so there's a lot of kids that don't see me every day. And they were just looking like, okay, what's wrong with her hands? Like, why are your hands so small? Why you look so funny? Like, y'all would be amazed at the stuff that kids would say, but that gives me an opportunity to pour and speak life into them and educate them and motivate them and inspire them, share my story with them, encourage them not to be bullies, encourage them not to accept bullying, just all these different things. And so I realized that my love for youth is great. It's to build and to be chosen by God to be able to inspire a child or a teen is amazing. Like, he could have chosen anyone else on this planet, but he chose me to pour back into our now generation. See, he chose me to install some things and instill some things into these kids, into these children, into these youth, into these teenagers, into these ones that go through identity crisis, into the ones that feel like they can't, they don't know how, they don't know when. Like, thank you, God, for choosing me. And now I'm taking my stuff to another level, y'all. It's another level. Like, I titled this For the Love of Youth. Y'all remember that title. Remember it, because a lot of stuff is going to be attached to it. First thing up is my self-esteem 6-week class. Yes, that's the first thing that's coming down the pipeline. So y'all get ready, because I am about to give my best me to these children and to these youth. I know that the skills I have is works. I know that God has given me what I need to help this generation. I have a proven track record, and I'm continuing to do it. I'm continuing to build youth. I'm continuing to push youth to their greatest potential. And now it's just time to take it to another level. It's time to offer more stuff and more opportunities for children and youth to be involved in, to grow and to get their self-identity, a sense of self, and to have their own identity, and to walk in it, and to know what love is, and to walk in that, and to just have a healthy level of self-esteem and self-confidence. And so that's what I'm excited about, y'all. So before this week is out, it's going to be released for the Love of Youth. First class is going to be our self-esteem class. And so I just wanted to come on here and tell you that it's not just anybody putting out classes. This is somebody who is well qualified, have the experience, and have the heart, more importantly, that wants to pour out. I want to pour out, and I want to pour into your child. So keep up with me at ninamotivates.info, or if you like, you know what, I want to make sure that my kid gets in this class, because there will be a limited amount of space. You can email me at coachninamotivates@gmail.com. I told you all before, I am finna pull out some stuff for kids and teens, and this is the first thing, because it's needed. And kids want to believe in themselves. They want to grow, and we're going to help them do that. I am Nina Motivates, and I want to thank you all for tuning in to this live. I will be back. I'm going to try to go live every day, whether it's here or Periscope, so that you all can stay up to date. I'm continuing to show you things that I do with and for youth and everyone else. And again, the same things that was installed in me and more is what I want to put in these kids. So look out for it. coming down the pipeline. August, our first class launches, and we're excited. And I want you to get excited too. If you know a child that could benefit from it, please direct their parent my way. And I would definitely get all the information to them. I will talk to you all later. Bye for now.